you might get to interview stage. You may be a student coming up to graduation, or you may have already completed your time at university and you're kind of worried about what happens next. My name is Harvey, and if you stick with me, we have some really helpful advice on how to secure a job after university and how to stand out amongst the other graduates applying for jobs. Let's get straight into it. The first step is to pause and really carefully assess what it is that you want from your job search and what you want for yourself in the next few years. Also take some time to consider the route you want to go down, whether or not you want to use the degree that you've earned. You may have decided through the years of study that you're not actually that keen on what you're studying and may want to try something else. And if you are looking for help on how to choose a career, I've got to plug this video, have a look, it might help as well. And you also need to consider if you are open to relocating for a role. If so, this will of course open up your prospects because you'd be looking nationwide to get a few more applications out there. But that might not be viable at the moment, so that's something you need to carefully consider as well. Allowing yourself enough time to consider everything is very important, as it will help your job search massively. It'll give you a bit of direction, and that is so important when applying for jobs. Okay, so we've taken some time to really learn about ourselves and what we're looking for. The next step is to get your applications out there. If you haven't already, create your CV and your covering letter and use the various different job boards such as Indeed, Monster, CV Library or Reed, or many others to have a look at what listings are available. A top tip is to sign up to student forums or various groups on social media such as Facebook groups that will be showcasing graduate roles that might be of interest for you. You may want to keep a log of all the vacancies that you've seen that are of interest, vacancies that you've applied to, etc. But I highly recommend that you don't spam the quick apply option that's available on various job boards. And the reason I advise this is because, yes, you want to get a volume of applications because you don't want to put all your hopes into one, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you are tailoring your CV and your cover letter to each specific job and company. I know this is annoying, I know it's extra legwork, but I can assure you it will make you stand out, as graduate recruitment is obviously very competitive. Tailoring your CV and your covering letter to each company or each organisation that you're expressing interest in will make you stand out, and it will show that you've taken a bit more time to really make your application personalised to that company, and that will be appreciated. Many applicants will just be spamming quick apply. They may even forget to sort of update their CV and make it relevant to the company which they're applying for, and you don't want to be doing that. You may want to research the individual companies that you've applied to and express in your covering letter or supporting statements why that company resonates with your morals and your values and why you wish to work there. Please don't just do a generic one because a lot of companies can see through it. I'd recommend that you take the time and individualize it. Write this down. Make sure that you keep a note of the application closing dates. Put them in the calendar. This will be important and we'll speak a little bit more about it later. Okay, so we've started getting some applications out there. Now it's time to complement your job search by registering with recruitment agencies. Don't work in one anymore, so I promise this isn't a plug, but I do recommend expressing interest with agencies, specifically agencies that deal with graduate talent. Now, for a lot of different reasons, I can't name any specifics, but if you just Google it, graduate recruitment agencies, you'll probably come up with some good results. Get into contact with these agencies, send them your CV, send them your covering letter. If my videos don't help, they may also give a little bit of advice on how you can improve your applications, and it's in their interest as well as yours to share any vacancies that might be of interest for you. This, complemented by your own efforts on the job boards as we discussed, will really help get some more exposure to different organisations that are hiring graduates. I'd recommend that you share your CV with a few agencies, but not too many. In an ideal world, the agencies will operate on a national basis, which means that they have even more exposure to different vacancies if you're open to relocating, as we said at the start. Okay, step 4, if you haven't already, create and optimize your LinkedIn account. LinkedIn basically operates as a digital CV, and it's an absolute miracle when it comes to building connections and networking. I'd go back to the vacancies that you've applied to and have a look on the company's LinkedIn pages or their websites to track down their internal recruitment teams, or if they don't have one, their HR connections. All recruitment will typically go through HR operations, so it's a good idea to connect with individuals in the HR teams of the companies that you've applied to, and maybe just drop them a message to say that you have applied and you're looking forward to hearing. I wouldn't be too keen, I wouldn't keep spamming them or messaging them, it might be a bit weird, but it's a good impression and it makes you stand out if you're showing that initiative and connecting with them even at an early stage. Now, the fifth step is to monitor those application closing dates, as I said previously, and schedule in follow-up emails if you haven't heard maybe 2 or 3 days after the application date has closed. Again, like I said with the previous point, it's good to email them and just be in contact and make yourself stand out amongst the other graduates, but I wouldn't spam them, don't be creepy with it. I know you won't, but just, keep an eye on that. Maybe a few days after the application closing date, I'd recommend you drop the email and just say that you're still very much interested in the application and you look forward to hearing on an outcome. This way it will show that you are actually actively keen in that opportunity, because obviously graduates are looking for various different roles. So if you really dial in and show that you're still interested in each specific one, that will really help your case. If they come back to this communication and they tell you that unfortunately you haven't been successful at this stage and you're not being invited to interview, please don't take it to heart. Instead, reply to that with a sincere reply saying that's absolutely fine, or however you want to word it. Basically just taking the rejection well and saying that you'd still like to be considered for future opportunities. Leaving a good impression at this stage may mean that should the applicant they decide to continue with, should that not work out, they may go back to you because of how well you've taken the rejection, at least to give you an interview. It's not a guarantee, but it will always help you if you create good, healthy relationships with hiring managers. Hopefully, if everything goes your way, you may have quite a few interviews that come out of it, or at the very least, if you have one, that is a good sign. If you don't have any, please don't lose hope. Just rinse and repeat, continue to get those applications out there, and your time will come, I promise you. If you do get to the interview stage, I've got loads of really helpful videos to help you with that, so please stay tuned and have a look at those ones to help you navigate the interview stage. I really hope this has helped. If you are actively interviewing at the moment, I wish you the best of luck. Please do let me know in the comments section below so I can wish you good luck. And if you have secured a post after university, let me know and I can congratulate you as well in the comments. If you could please like and subscribe, as it will really motivate me to keep creating careers related and interview advice content for you guys every single week. But yeah, that's everything from me. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.